My journey as a podcaster began in 2011. It started from radio. In 2011, I was part of a team of young people who were hosting a radio show. It was being hosted by a local radio station from the Royal Media Services, and it was a good experience back then. I was a voiceover artist for some time. And then fast forward to 2014 when I moved to Meru and I got a chance to work as a radio presenter. I had a 5-hour show every day. It was a very engaging show. It gave me a lot of confidence as well to speak and articulate myself whenever I'm handling a topic. 2020 corona period, tukafungiwa kwa nyumba, we didn't know what to do, and I had the camera, I had the lights, I had everything. And I started doing vlogs. To me, it was nothing. I just needed to distract myself. I needed something to keep me busy. I remember I did a couple of episodes and I stopped after that. Then 2023, 2024, I've been on and off. But then again, you see now, the whole point of YouTube or digital media is consistency. And I'm thinking to some level, I've tried to be consistent and I want to make it a little bit more consistent moving forward. So basically, that's how my journey as a podcaster began. Top on the list, relationships. For some reason, I'm really comfortable talking about relationships. I don't know why. I think partly because I have had, some experience with relationship, good and bad relationships. And I like to learn from each of them, and I have learned a lot. I've also learned a lot through listening and observing other people's relationships, especially married people. I'm not married, but I know I've really been keen to understand the whole concept of marriage. I also love to talk about travel, though I've not yet delved into that per se, but there's a whole segment that I wrote many years ago, and every time I want to talk about it. I want to talk about travel. I want to talk about places. I also love to talk about food. I love food. I love good food. All types of food, exotic food, street food, just normal food, homemade food, restaurants. I like to do reviews for food or restaurants or hotels or vibandaskis. So I love to talk about food. I love to talk about travel. I also love to talk about motivation. Motivational conversations, inspirational talks, and I like to engage with people and also capture things that inspire people to be better. And I also like to talk about career and building a career, a successful career in whatever it is that you do. Right now I can say I wanna grow my digital footprint. I think that's all I can say, because digital media is growing so fast. You think it's all about YouTube and TikTok and Meta, but there's so much still. If you combine all these avenues and platforms, you can actually come up with something really good, and if you're consistent, you can build a brand. I don't have projections as to how far I'm gonna take my podcasting or my content creation. All I know is that it started like a hobby or something that I was just doing to pass the time, but now it's something that I really wanna grow. There is so much to learn. I'm starting out now and I was just doing it for fun. But as I get into it, I'm learning so much. There's so much to learn about building a good brand on digital media, a good brand on YouTube or TikTok, how to push content online, how to build a YouTube channel, that can actually be impactful to people. As far as this podcast is concerned, this podcast is purely about me and my inspirations and my motivations and my opinions and experiences about life. So basically, that's me as a podcaster. See you in the next one.